Какво фюрер? Аз имам касичка. Да ти дам една от тия касички и да си я пълниш само ти. Не от тия металните. Де скоро да се обади. Какво? Прещраква ти вече. Обаче забелязваш ли сте тук едно нещо? Ти го чистиш, аз го развалям. Тука. Що? Да. Добре. Така как? Я виж вънка заключена, нали вратата? Чакам. Че така се чувствам не безпокойно. Да. Някой може да дойде и да ми спре стрима. Press any key to continue. Къде е този any key? Ох, помня го, това имаше един такъв случай. Where this is any key? Добре. Айде. Play гигаме. Story. Story. Continue. Закачан. Като нищо. Долу. Тама до Танжиро. Хайде, няма нужда. Ох, боже. Кака. Туп. Ау. Айде, иди си легни. Да си почиваш, че от да продадеш. Ми нищо ами. Тъй, айде.
John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42
Аз
men,
почвам да
fathers
играя.
and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't no man stupid enough to go after Hardin anyway. Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform the FA of my unwelcomed presence.
Да мина от тук, където ги настрелях тия, да си взема каквото мога, например някой патрон, да продължим надолу, а? Кой ще кажеш?
Show him how to die. Over your head. Kill him already. You better hide. Do I have to do everything? You can't hide from me. Dead man. I need no help to kill the likes of you. Time to fill you full of lead.
Хичот.
Hi, you little son of a bitch.
Е така го правим аз.
Tell Hardin someone's coming for him. Stop that son bitch! Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Между другото, според мен, мисля, че тук ще е най-добре да бъда с такова, с слушалки в ушите. Защото те приказват от някъде и аз не ги чувам. Кой е това? Как не го разведите очи?
I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Между другото и имаме някакви такова да отключваме. Добре, вече това не ни стигат точките, но няма значение.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
Опа! Бърка в бутоните, бе.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Shoot him! Kill that stupid son of a bitch! Someone kill him! God damn you! We're in trouble. Fifi.
Малелей.
Watch where you're shooting. There he is. Can't get a good shot at him. God damn him! hunting you down.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Да, сега ще влезна в салона. Няма проблем.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
You ain't beating me, boy.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing
Това
down the
беше
fastest gun
много
in the
добра
West.
стрелба. Само влизам и прас. Ето го самтасето бе. Джон Уизли Хардин. То голямо представение. Хвърля едно
I felt
самтасе.
a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Айде,
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
мишката ми нещо зацепи. Use A and D to dodge. Това ще е сложно. Това е невъзможно, бе. Как става този номер? Де? Аре де! Защо това е толкова трудно?
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait!
He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Добре, аз защо не мога да го хитна? Той ме хитва, аз не мога. СМС е така... То не става. Аре бе! Къв си ти бе? Ако така едно време са правили дуелите, добре, че аз не съм участвал. Накъде да се мръдна повече, бе? Ти ба майката!
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him. No, wait. He didn't hit me then.
Да, убита отново. Кое... Не разбрах. Как трябва това да го мина? Добре де. Мишката ли ми толкова? Как става това? Как става това? Аз съм Санчо.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
О, бих ли го в крайна
So he
сметка?
didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody
Разгеле.
up for another beer? Ben?
Аз искам да стрелям, ама.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some
Изнервих
say
се, хора,
revenge
изнервих се
is a
тук.
dish best served cold.
Тук се изнервих.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Даже ми стана и горещ.
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Грей Улф, епизод 5. Те като минат толкова бързо тези епизоди.
I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Не ме слуша главата. Айде, индианци! Този път май ще сме срещу тях. Аз съм малко индианец. Нали? Малък индианец ли съм аз? Малък. Много ми е чудно това на Хари Потър, защо е в инчове и даже не пише по колко инча е. Много странен книгоразделител.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Мамо, мишката каква ми е бърза.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people.
О! Не са ли сегнаха, бе?
The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Играта може да е старичка, обаче е много приятна.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
Вълча!
He led a band of young Apache
Нали няма
warriors
да
who
стрелям
wanted
по вълци, ей!
retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Нали няма да стрелям по моите себе подобни. Тук има чекпоинт. Мога ли да стрелна някоя птичка?
They saw me before I saw them.
О, no, чакай малко. Умирам. Това е, умирам. Че аз умрях. Като е заредено ли е с 10 патрона, добре. Има ли как да си инсталирам цигарата в устата и да ми стои там? Не всеки път става от първия път, де. Къде падна в реката, бе? Шаплуваш ли? А много ми е чудно моят герой как изглежда. Аз така или иначе не съм го виждал.
They saw me before I saw them.
Добре.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Ето ги, бе. Това буквално до мен и аз... Чакайте. Значи, за игри, които са свързани с стрелба и по-бързо да реагираш, не трябва да пушиш. Така, тия с какво стрелят, бе? What? Аз тук са глик.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of them.
Тук на къде?
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Малеле, далечен хедшот му направиха. Знаете ли какво? Изчакайте, ще се сменя мауса. No.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you've been there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so
Нов левел
much as
дигнахме.
pure angry cussedness.
Предполагам сме насам. Метей, с правилната мишка се стават работите.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Сега ляво или дясно? Май се чува заря. Сега обаче ще да и от другата страна.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars. They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Whoa, ho 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 ho.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy.
Бате пещери.
Haven't seen them since.
Чилилейски.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Между другото, аз тук намерих няколко секрета. 3 от 4. Тук има вода, там има...
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and
Ето го е.
unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Сега и с него ли трябва да се стрелям?
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul will have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry Wolverine. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ай, 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 ай.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo jumbo. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high. I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them. And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
И па, кой стреля това камък, бе?
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Той се превърна във вълк. Нали няма да го гърмим? Минахме го.
Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Какво това си е доста XP, което си махме.
It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw
Между
what
другото,
happened
колкото повече...
firsthand.
Dalton Brothers, епизод 6. Много бързо ги минаваме тия епизоди нещо.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Тя бих запалил една цигара, обаче няма да и. Защото сега ще започна някаква стрелба и...
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
Bye.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
You're a gun! Got ourselves some freshmen!
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Hey, we got us a hero. Put some holes in him!
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of the bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. Brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett.
Is that Silas
He died
Greaves?
defending the
Son
alley.
of a bitch!
That's right. Run! You rule the day.
Over there!
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Чаре?
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Това последно тая история, колко версии има?
It was early evening, not high noon.
Нищо, аз още така 5-6
I was
пъти
late to the
мога да
party
го
and
мина.
Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I'd been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
What are you gonna do? Can you shoot around corners? Now you're in trouble. Shoot, I dare you. Ain't bothering me none. You can't get me.
Не, исках просто да го заобиколя.
I'm indestructible. Keep shooting. I don't mind. You can't get me. Oh, now what? What are you gonna do? See, how's it coming? Can you shoot around corners? Waste your bullet. Go ahead. Shoot, I dare you. Hey, we got us a hero. Put some holes in them.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did.
Shoot him down!
And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, as those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work. It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
I'll send you to the bone orchard.
Добре.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Добре, добре.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
То не го видях. Иначе нямаше да е толкова трудничко. Там има някакъв шотгъна. Ей, това TNT не го видях. В смисъл, видях го, но прекалено късно. Добре, няма нищо. Това правим.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Прекалено са бързи тия. Видях го. Тя хвърлят такова TNT-та. Окей.
Point being, I was under serious attack. And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Така и аз как да се кача сега там? Не.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
То захаркал.
Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Ах, то свамп тука.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits.
Уиш! Какво да направите, ла? Кой това TNT де ми го изпраска?
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Да. Как ще стане това?
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch! Take that asshole out! Bury him in the swamp!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Die, you irritating bastard! You're a son of a bitch! Somebody kill that son of a bitch! Kill that goddamn bounty hunter! What are you gonna do? Face me, you coward! Now you're in trouble. Keep shooting. I don't mind.